Good morning, Internet world. I am Meryl Katlin from Type Styles and Make It Tea Online, here with Roberto, our filmographer and founder also of Success Speaks. And we are here today with Rich Best. He is a police officer in South Florida, and we're going to talk to him about some very interesting topics today. Thank you, Rich, for being here. Say hello to the internet world.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me.
One of the reasons of this show, Success Speaks, that Roberto and I are bringing to everybody is to help people who are business people, entrepreneurs, anybody of any age that is wanting to do something, start something, or if you've already been involved in something, to learn about certain techniques or things that maybe you're having a hard time with. And we're going to share with you our experiences and what we have gone through, and bringing guests like Rich onto our camera, onto our stage here, I feel is a really good way to help. One of the things, I hope that you feel the same way.
Absolutely, I do.
One of the things that is very important to me is brainstorming. And we're trying to conduct these interviews in a way that we're brainstorming with each other, and that I learn from you, you learn from me, and that everybody who's listening learns from what we're talking about. So today we are here at beautiful Our Town, an event that we put on, that we get involved in every year, and we're putting on a t-shirt fashion show for all of the kids in the city. And the kids come here and they have designed their shirts, and the theme this year is giving back, and that is something that Rich does. He gives back to the community because he is the founder of, are you the founder?
I am.
Okay.
Team South Florida.
The founder of Team South Florida. So Rich, would you like to tell everybody a little bit about Team South Florida and what it does?
Sure. We're very, very proud of everything that we've accomplished. I was the founder of it, partnered with Jason Wisnett, who started with me as well. We're both South Florida police officers. And we originally got involved in the Police Unity Tour. That's a 300-mile bicycle ride from New Jersey up to Washington, D.C. It raises awareness for law enforcement officers that are killed in the line of duty, and it raises funds and support for the National Memorial and the National Museum in Washington, D.C.
You took part of this ride?
I've been participating since 2009. Jason's been participating for the past 3 years, and then last year we grew and added a third person to our team as far as participating in the Unity Tour.
Was that a fundraiser, that tour?
The entire Police Unity Tour is a non-profit organization as well, and the tour itself, it's a bicycle ride, 300 miles from Jersey to DC, with 9 different chapters with different starting locations, and it's, yeah, I guess you would say it's one very big fundraiser.
Okay, and it raises awareness of what you're doing.
Yes, and then we expanded from that. We kind of grew away from that and realized that there was a need for more to be done, and we've taken on that challenge.
Okay, how many families have you helped?
Well, it's tough to say, it's tough to put a specific number on it. The Police Unity Tour is one very, very large organization. We kind of detached from the one large organization, and we are focused on South Florida, and then we focus on the state of Florida. So we go out there and we promote positive incidents, positive news that unfortunately doesn't always make its way to mainstream media as often as it really should. We participate in positive events. We have an upcoming bicycle ride that supports the Palm Beach Police Athletic League. We participate in the Tour de Force, which is a bicycle ride that starts in Miami. It goes up to Daytona Beach. We hosted our very own award dinner last October. That was in Coral Springs, and it recognized officers from Palm Beach County, Broward County, and Miami-Dade County. And then one of the touching things, and this is why I say it's kind of difficult to put a number to it as far as how many families, every time there's a law enforcement officer in the state of Florida that's killed in the line of duty, we make every single possible effort to attend their funeral. We believe in showing our support regardless of what uniform you wear, what agency you come from, what jurisdiction you serve. And members of our team believe very strongly in that. So we were unfortunately very, very busy this past year in 2016 with 6 officers making the ultimate sacrifice. So we go to all the funerals, and then we send a custom memorial plaque to all the families as well.
Do you reach out to the families even afterwards to make them feel that they haven't been forgotten?
We try to follow up as best as we can, and it's a very, very delicate balance that we're still learning as we go. I recently had a conversation with a family from 2009, and I asked them if it's something that they want to be reminded of and know that somebody's there for them, and that their hero, their fallen officer, their son, their daughter, their mother, their father, their husband, their wife, that they're not forgotten. But at the same time, we try not to overstep or overreach, because we don't want to bring things up if the family's trying to move forward. And we found from a couple of different instances now that it's very, very important to stay connected and to continue to reach out.
Yeah, I believe that it is. I think that some people probably, like you said, you have a fear. You don't really know what to do in this situation towards the families. And it is a very delicate situation, because people really never move on. Pain softens, but people don't move on. And so it's a very touchy situation. So what Rich is doing is not only a good thing, but it's also a very difficult thing. And he's a police officer, and that's not an easy thing either. So I guess you chose a little bit of, something that would be a little bit difficult to do, something that not everybody has the ability to do, the integrity to do, the stomach to do. But I guess that's your mission. That's your lot in life. That's why maybe that's your purpose, and why you're here.
Thank you very much.
So our topic today that we're going to talk about is what makes you stand out. So whether you are a charity or a business or a parent, there has to be something that makes you stand out, because there are a lot of charities out there. And you're looking for people to get involved, and people you're looking for awareness, and you want people to donate, and you want people to be active also, not just money. You want people to participate. And there are a lot of charities out there. And I'm sure that when you started this, people said to you, there's so many charities out there. Why are you doing this? So what is it that you feel is going to make you stand out as opposed to another charity that is also worthy? Because there are, mostly the charities are worthy. They help you. So what is it that you feel that you're going to do to make you stand out? Or what other people could do to make their charities or businesses stand out?
Very, very, if I could describe it in one or two words, I would say to be authentic and to be genuine. Just to be real and to be sincere. Unfortunately, I found through the past 3 years, and from doing research and asking questions, there are some charities out there that either take advantage or they don't always do things the best that they could. And an example of that would be charities with administrative fees, and where they go out saying that they're going to solicit donations for one thing, and it actually doesn't go towards that, or all of it doesn't go towards that. So we are extremely, extremely, extremely proud that not one person on our team will ever take $1. We are all committed to being 100% volunteer based. Everything that we raise funds for goes to where it says it's going to go. And I think that means a lot to the people that are coming to donate. If you have that track record and you can demonstrate that you have that track record, and I'll give you a very small example. There's another organization that reached out to us for assistance. Great organization, and that's one of the things that's also different about us. We don't believe in being one organization and that's it, everything's about us. We really believe in partnering up and supporting each other, because if you support us and we support you, and through your contacts and our contacts, both of us grow and both of us prosper that way. So it really helps both missions at once. This other organization reached out to us. They donate a laptop computer to a child of a fallen police officer when they're 17, turning 18 in the state of Florida. Unfortunately, that ended up being, I believe it was 12 or 13 laptop computers this past year. So they fundraised for these computers, and they had a hard time. They told us if there was anything we could do to help. We set up on our fundraising page raising donations just for a computer. Surprisingly, very, very quickly, we raised enough for that computer. And we were very proud to be able to present a brand new, great condition, top of the line computer to this organization, who ended up presenting the computer to the daughter of a fallen police officer. What makes it worthwhile, and you bring up the challenges, and it's very hard, it's time consuming. between stomaching some of the negativity and the mixture of emotions. That's all tough and that's hard. What makes it worthwhile is a perfect example of that. I checked our mailbox about a month afterwards, and I got a handwritten card from that daughter thanking us and our team.
How nice, how nice.
And I could give you example after example of cards and emails and letters and thank yous, and that's what makes it all worth it. So
Sometimes it's just the appreciation. That's really what you just want to know that you did something right. Not that you need the appreciation, but you want to know that the person that you're able to help gets what you've done.
and not only that, it motivates you more. It motivates you to do more and keep going forward.
Right. Not that should be something that's dangling in front of you, that you need them to do that, because there are always going to be those people that are not going to they're not going to get it, they're not going to care. But that doesn't mean that you don't care. And I guess one of the things that Rich is saying, he's not going to stop caring for these people because this is something that he has in his heart. He wouldn't have started this foundation if it wasn't something that meant more to him than a job. This is probably more important to you than your job, because this is your family.
Correct.
And you could be one of them someday, and that's the scary part.
And that's the flip side that I hate to think about, but and I hope God forbid I don't eat these words, but I always say, when somebody says, look how much time you're putting into this, it's all your personal time. You work 40 hours a week, you have overtime between court, between training, between requirements, and then you go and you're doing this on your day off, on your time off, this, that, the other. Well, God forbid that's me. I want somebody to do the same thing for my family.
Exactly.
I want somebody to tell my family.
Exactly.
So that's where we come in.
It's funny you said that, because I just had a conversation with an associate of mine about that very same thing that you just said yesterday. If people who are listening, for everybody who's listening, I guess this really says a lot. If you want to do something and you want to make it successful, as the name of the show, Success Speaks, you want to make it successful and you want to get someplace, you may have to work 40 hours and overtime. No, there's always that, that extra mile that nobody else is there. And you have to take that extra road to get someplace. So I'm sure there's many sleepless nights. I know I called you yesterday and I think you were sleeping and it was like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And you got to grab sleep when you can, right? Right? So I apologize for that. But I had to tell you something. So
No problem.
So it's very important. It's very important to realize that if you want to be successful and you want to grow, you're not going to grow by not doing anything. You have to, like we said last week. Last week our topic was competition, and we talked about if you're not on the playing field, it's not going to happen. So, Rich, I would like you to be part of our team. So here is our team wristband for you. I know it's not anything major, but it's a big deal for us. And I'm giving you a gift certificate that you can use at this next fundraiser that I'll let you talk about in a minute.
Okay, sure.
That you can have this for $50 towards Make It Till 9 that you can raffle off to get money for your organization. So Rich has an event that's coming up. It's March 29th. You want to tell everybody about it?
Sure. We partnered up. This is the event. This is the flyer and the information over here. Boat Campers in Fort Lauderdale is a great run business, and they reached out to us. They have shown their support time and time again for first responders. Not too long ago, unfortunately, there was a police officer that killed himself, and they had a celebration of life for him and his family. After that, we went over to Boat Campers, and to our surprise, Boat Campers doubled, and probably more than doubled, the order that police department had placed for food and drinks, so their officers could go and kind of unwind and de-stress and relax a little bit after that very emotional service. So we reached out to Boat Campers and we said we'd like to create an event for our team and also incorporate police, fire, military, EMS, and make it a memorial event. They were on board immediately. They said, absolutely, what can we do to help? Well, then we started thinking a little bit more down the road, and we've got some great contacts with other organizations. Some are bigger than us, some are smaller than us. We know how hard it is to get your name out there, to get the exposure, to tell people what you do and share information. So we invited several other organizations out there to join us at this event. So the event it's a fundraiser, but it's also a memorial event. It's honoring the fallen police officers, the firefighters, the EMS, EMTs, military personnel, and we're also going to have several organizations that believe in supporting these first responders, and they'll be able to get their name out there, and you can talk to them and share information about what they do for our community.
And anybody can attend. Right?
Absolutely, open to the public.
Open to the
Absolutely.
public. So everybody who's watching, tell your friends, tell your family, come on out. You can meet Rich, you can shake his hand, you can thank him for everything he's done, and you can buy cold beer. so thank you, Rich. Thank you so
very
much. Thank you for
Appreciate it.
and
Thank
thank you
you.
everybody for joining us on Success Speaks.